2023, and around 3:30 in the morning, give or take, I accepted a third grade job position here at Eastbluff Elementary. Okay, so that was quite a day, and it's good to be back here at Eastbluff, and a couple of the students from last year, including some teachers, remembered me. And so today there's literally a whole stack of things from English to math to social studies, like from morning to afternoon. So that's what we were doing all day, and it was kind of a bit talkative and noisy, but there were times when they were very good, and I got to do some tricks, and they just could not get over the tricks and were asking about them, and they were very eager to watch more tricks, like when they came back from the library, from recess, from lunch, and that was like the first thing they asked, and I'm like, well, you gotta earn it first. At the very end, it was just, you know, they're third graders, and I couldn't really do the juggling or the final trick afterward. But speaking about third grade, I told them that 20 years ago, that's when I started third grade, so 2003 to 2004 at Newport-Mesa Elementary. So I asked them, so does that mean you were born like around 2014 and 2015? They were all saying yes. And so a couple of them were telling me the day that they were born, and I was trying to remember like where I was, but you know, there's one date where I could say, well, I know you were born on a Friday, but that's because I remember the next Wednesday. And I saw a sign back there saying class of 2033, and I'm class of 2013, so everything's like 20 years apart. So again, as always, it's a joy to be over here at Eastbluff. I'm sure there's many more things to say, but that was pretty much the summary of what today was, and I can't wait for the next time. And as an aside real quick, tonight is the first night of Royal Rangers and Bravehearts for the entire year, and I'm just getting set up here for Discovery Rangers. This is the start of my 11th year in Royal Rangers as a commander, my 24th year in Rangers altogether. It's September 21st, 2023. I'm over here at College Park Elementary subbing 6th grade today, and today's going to be very nostalgic because this is where I went to preschool 24 years ago, 1999 to 2000. And I'm inside this classroom here, and it was quite an interesting morning. I was in the office for almost 20 minutes, and then the custodian had to unlock the door for me. The person working in the office was running late this morning, but the custodian was like, welcome back, and a few of the students remembered me from the past as well. Oh my gosh, that was the loudest I've ever heard a class. I mean, I've done tricks where students literally fell on the floor, but never do I recall hearing like blood-curdling screaming. That's how loud it was. But you know, I mean, they're good students. I mean, I'm enjoying being here. They're very, very talkative. It was just like the other day at Eastbluff. Just, I mean, they get the work done, and I'm guiding them, and like we're doing like the story together, or they're in partners. I'm just walking around in several circles, making sure everybody's on task. They're good students at heart, but sometimes, you know, I have to postpone the card tricks or other magic tricks. I make a disclaimer, it's not real magic, but it's like they literally screamed so loud. I think one went on the desk. I'm like, okay, it's lunchtime now, so just line up outside. But anyway, so it's just basic English, math, reading, comprehension, and everything. So it's a pretty simple day today. I really enjoy the math portion because they're doing Khan Academies, finding the area of parallelograms and all that. So I get to bring back my math experience, like when a student taught math last year and everything, so it was very fun. Again, very talkative. They love to talk, and I'm just pulling out all the SEL strategies that I have, all my encouragements and everything, and I think it's working a bit, so I can't wait to see how the rest of the day will go. And that's the end of the day, and I want to say I really had to put in my disciplined voice and everything today, so they didn't earn everything that I had to bring today, and it seems to be a little bit more often these days where I'm subbing and I have to just put some more discipline in and more SEL strategies, and you know, I really had to talk to these students, and I don't think everyone heeded the message at first, but maybe one day it will sink in and everything, so I try my best, and I put in my notes to the teacher whom I'm subbing for that I think they're kind in heart. And I was talking with the principal at lunchtime. I got to run into her, and I knew her from Whittier Elementary last year, and I was saying hi again, and we're happy to see each other. And I was talking about, you know, my recent sub jobs and how I just need to enforce more discipline for certain classes. And she and I agree, like, this is just how we professionally grow as an educator and such, so these are just good learning experiences. And I'm not like complaining about today. I'm really happy of how today turned out. I also ran into a person from St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church from back in my high school days, and he works here now. And earlier today I saw in the subnotes that some people had to go to him. I'm like, could that possibly be the same person, like 1 in 100? And it was, and I ran into him, after school. And I also ran into the teacher who teaches in room 31, which was my preschool classroom, and she remembered my preschool teacher, who is no longer with us, as well as the former principal. And also at lunchtime, I ran into the teacher whom I subbed for the first time I was here, June 3rd, 2022, and that class that day, it was a 3rd grade class, so now they're in 5th grade, and after recess, they were all like shouting my name, and so they all remember me and were saying hi. Other than that, I hope to return to College Park, and I still enjoyed being here. So, I can't wait for the next one. And I almost forgot my right back here with all my juggling stuff, but I just went over to room 31 and I got to go inside and see the classroom. It's like the carpet's new, but I recognize the cupboards. I mean, the cupboards are still there, and here's a picture where I'm putting together one of my favorite like Batman puzzles, I believe. But regardless, I was telling the teacher, like, yeah, I remember the school buses were there on the other side, and we played musical chairs here, and the playpen was here, and all that. So just, again, dozens of memories. It's September 22nd, 2023. I'm over here at Mariners again. I'm subbing 3rd grade, and I subbed for this teacher twice last year, but he taught 6th grade last year. And it is a wonderful day so far, and as soon as I was done recording that video this morning and crossed the street, I ran into the assistant principal whom I met at Davis on December 9th last year. And I was complimenting on the altocumulus clouds, which are now cirrocumulus clouds this late morning, early afternoon. But he was asking me who I was subbing for. I said this teacher, and he said, oh, he has a great class. I'm like, thank you, that's reassuring, especially after the past week or so. And even in the sub-notes, the teacher said this is a good class, and even though it's a bit chatty and such, they're very, very good students, and this is one of the best, like the best all week that I've subbed for, and they earned a ton of tricks, and they just cannot get over the tricks, and they're calling me magician, and I'm disclaiming knowing real magic. It's not real magic. And so it's really fun today. It started with flag deck, and then we came back in here, and I apologized to them because it's Friday, so that means there's a whole bunch of tests that you have to take. And so from like 9 to 12, there's like tests and other packets and everything to fill out. But, they're doing a good job. Much more to say, but in summary, so far so good. And that's it. It was an excellent day today. Like after lunch, they went to Buddy's, which was a kindergarten room, and then a second recess, and so many students were asking me to show tricks, like card tricks, including students from other class, because they've heard about me and card tricks and everything. I got to do a little bit of juggling at the end. It was a little bit chatty and everything, so I couldn't do the big juggling, but this is perhaps the best class all week. So also I ran into a couple of teachers whom I subbed for last year, and this morning one of the students whom I subbed for last year is now in 4th grade, remembered me and told all the other students in the class I was subbing for today, you got the best sub. And I was telling one of the teachers that we started out with altocumulus clouds, the cirrocumulus clouds, and now we're at altostratus clouds, hence the term troposphere. Tropos means changing in Greek. So wherever you're at, I hope that you have an excellent weekend, and if you're aspiring to be a teacher, then I believe you could do it, disability or not. Anybody could do anything that they set their heart and mind to do. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.